Let this be another knot to tie around my bed at night. I know I've lost the fight.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week's look is the next installment in my horoscope series. This look is inspired by the star sign Aquarius, and it was a little bit trickier to come up with something since Aquarius is just the water bearer to the gods. If you like this look, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video from me in the future, hit that subscribe button. And if you do decide to recreate any of my looks, please be sure to tag me on social media because I love seeing your recreations. As always, all of the products, my social media, and the music used will be listed in the description. And with all of that said, let's get into the tutorial. So as always, I am in a tube top. Then I begin the gradient of blues. I start with the darkest shade on the edge of my neck and shoulders, and I apply it with a damp sponge because I don't want super opaque coverage. I want it to be a bit patchy. Then I apply a lighter blue, and I overlap the colors slightly so they'll begin to blend. I apply an even lighter blue, overlapping the edges once again. Then I use a stipple sponge to apply white body paint right along the edge of both sides. To give the whole thing a bit more texture, I stipple a few different blues over the gradient. This also helps blend the colors together. And I stipple a bit of silver body paint next to the white for a bit of a glistening look. I use a lip liner to map out the Aquarius sign, which is just two parallel zigzag lines. Then I go over it with that lightest blue. I use the medium blue to start adding a gradient to the lines. I use a very watered down mix of this color so it'll blend into the light blue easily. Then I use a darker blue to deepen the very bottoms of the lines. I use a watered down mix of white body paint to lighten the tops of the line, so I have a very light to very dark gradient. I really water down some light brown body paint to start adding shadows around the symbol so it'll pop forward from my skin. I use a watered down mix so it's not very opaque. The paints I use are water activated, so the more water you add, the less coverage you get. So you want to add a lot of water for something like a shadow because they aren't 100% opaque. I use a darker brown to shade right beneath the lines. I add a very thin line of black body paint beneath the lines to really make them pop forward. Then I apply foundation, and ignore the eyeshadow. I didn't end up liking this color, so I change it later. I use a white concealer to highlight my face. Then I set it all with powder. I use a cool toned brown to slightly contour my face. Then I highlight my face with a duochrome pigment that has some blue reflect. Now for the eyes. I use a thin wash of my light blue body paint all over my lid and blend it out past my crease. You could use eyeshadow, but I didn't have a color that matched the blues I used on my neck and chest, so I went with body paint. I also smudged the blue on my lower lash line. I pop my highlight shade in my inner corners. Then, so the eyes aren't just blue, I pat a bit of silver shadow in the centers of my lids. I'm really not one for fake freckles. I think it's a rather odd trend, but I thought some blue freckles would add a bit of whimsy to this look, so I used my blues and my silver to add some freckles to my cheeks and nose. I don't want the lips to compete with the eye look, so I leave the thin layer of foundation on them and apply a clear gloss over top so they end up very nude. I fill in my brows with blue body paint. I pop on a wig and place a rhinestone on my forehead. Then I finish the look off with some teal glitter on my shoulders. Thank you so much for watching this week's makeup tutorial. If you'd like to see the picture and lip sync of this look, head on over to my Instagram and check them out. And this week's shout out goes to Owl Jr. 1 Plays. They left such a sweet comment. I'll actually put it up on screen because it seriously made my week when I read it. So thank you so much for your kind words. If you would like to be next week's shout out, all you have to do is be active on my social media. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on Friday. Bye, guys. Congratulations, you have made it to my end screen. Click that top link to watch my video about copying versus inspiration. Or click that bottom link to check out a video that YouTube's robots think you'll like. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video from me in the future, click that little circle with my face in it to subscribe.